Okay. Okay, just confirm if you can see my screen from that side.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, this was the let me open. We see what we can create. Today I don't have objective. I don't have objectives, but we have the data. We can think. We can just see the data, and then I know even now you are now like now you have the flow of things how they are moving aloud. So let's just see the data, and then we try to see what we can create from the data that we have. So this is what we were creating yesterday. We have managed to create 3 charts. We want to create another 2 if possible. So having this data as it appears, so we need to think of something else because we have so many variables. And from the variables that we have, I think we can create a map before the time. We can create a map to show maybe distribution of sales, a geographical distribution of sales in various or in different states. I think that one will be good because we have states. Yeah, we have state distribution of sales in different states. Yeah, I think that one will be good. So in this case, what we can do in this case, we need to open a new worksheet. So I hope you remember how we do it. Yep, just click here to open a new worksheet. This is a new worksheet that we have opened. We want now to create like a map showing how maybe we are doing our sales in various states or even cities. Yeah, we can use cities or states. It's also possible. I think we could start with city. So for cities, you go to where you have the cities, you click the drop down arrow, and then you add to the sheet or to the worksheet. Yeah, that is just a simple step that we started with, and then you give it time. So because it is a geographic data, you see that in this case, Tableau will detect definitely like it is long sheet and large sheet. So it will create for me a map showing those cities. So you see, this is a United States. The country is United States. So the country will just be one. And you saw that in the data. The country was just one, which was United States. So these are
Yes.
the cities. So we have 353 unknown cities. So these cities, like the Tableau didn't manage to detect them. So for example, when I click on it, when I click on 365 unknown and I go to edit location, I see if I can manage to fix them or to fit them in the data. So you see, so Tableau is not did not manage to locate these cities. There are many. 353 is a big one. So let me see here if not fixed. United States is selected from, what if we say none, fixed from country, uh-huh, let me see, from country, United States, this one use both the ISO and AF. Let me see if I'll try to collect this one, if they will change. So for this case, I think let me just remove this one. So for this case, because I think we have the major cities, I'll just assume that we have the major cities that the Tableau is able to detect. This 353 unknown, we can just leave them. And what we can do, you can decide to hide it, or you filter the data. When you filter the data, they'll be in filters, but they'll disappear at the bottom here. So you can hide or filter something like that. So these are the cities. So something what is remaining, like you can see the sizes of this city, like these dots, they are the same, because in this case we have not specified, like we want to see these cities, like the size of dots should be shown in terms of sales. in this case, or in terms of profit, or in terms of quantity we are selling in this case. So for example, if you select by in terms of sales, we'll be able to detect which city are we making more sales as a company. Is that clear, Hussein?
Yes.
Yeah, so in this case, when we go to sales, for example, I want to use sales, I go to sales and I add sales to where we have, for example, uh, the sizes. I think so. So we go to sales, we drag and drop the sales to where we have the size. We try to see if the size of dots will change. Yep, I hope you are able to see the size of dots that just changes.
Yes.
So in this case, we want to see which are these cities with the big dot sizes. So for example, when we hover around this one, the city is Los Angeles. So it's a big city. The sales that the company is recording is 175. Another one here, which is Seattle, 118. You have another one here, which is New York. And then you have another one here, which is Chicago. So I think there is an issue with, maybe, I don't know if it is my Tableau or the data, because in this case, I think even California should be. But now in this case, let me just follow the facts. Let me just follow the data. So these are the four major cities where this company is doing very well. But what we can do, we can increase the size. We can increase the size even for the others. So for example, if we just say we want to increase the size for the dots, maybe something like that. Maybe we can just use up to
Can
that.
you also use the average?
Yeah, you can also use the average, no problem. I just decide to use, even I can change it, yeah. The average, we see what will be the changes or what will happen, yeah. So now in this
Yeah.
case, we have many, so we can reduce the size now.
Mm.
Yeah, you can just decide what to use. So in this case, and when you come to show me, when you go to show me, you can see the type of map that we are using. We are calling it the stable maps. So in this case, we can also use this one, which we call it the field map. This one is different to this one. So when I select the second one, let me see if I select the second one, I'll be seeing. Now I hope you are able to see when I select the second one. But I will just prefer to use the first one in this case.
Okay.
Yeah. And also you can use, I don't know if I mentioned, like you can use the mark pane to create the map. The mark pane. So when you go to where you have automatic, you click the drop down arrow, you can see other type of charts you can use in this case. So you can also select this type of a map at the bottom. So if you select this one, so still give me like the one I was seeing under the show me toolbar. So in this case, but I just prefer using this one. So let me just select this one. I don't know if that one is clear up to that point, but there is also something else. Maybe I would like to see in this case. I would also like to see like the color, to have maybe different colors for these cities. For example, in this case, I'll color with city. So I just go to city and then I drop colors because I want to say like every city with a different color in this case, if that is my interest.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's better. It's
Yeah,
clear.
yeah. Then something else maybe that would make it even more appealing. So I'll use filters. I just want to see the top 10 city where we are making more sales. And then maybe later I can just do the same, the bottom 10 cities where we are making like residual losses or like where we are not making more sales. So in this case, I'll go to city, and then I click on this drop down arrow and I click show filters. When I click show filters, there is a filter which is added there. But now in this case, I can also click again to where we have the filters pane, where we have the drop down for city, and then I click edit filters. So when I edit filters, we're able to see another pane here. See, this one is okay, you saying?
Yes.
So in this pane, we can now see all the cities that are present in the data. But now I am interested with top. So I'll go to not wildcard, not codation. In this case, is when, like, for example, you have a numeric data you want to start with, and then you add with something. If you have a codation where you want to use the codation statements, and then you have the top. So I'm interested with the top because I'll be interested to see the top 10 or the bottom 10. So for the top, we come here. So it's none, it's not none by field, but we want to select by field. So when we say by field is top, you can select top or bottom. That's why I was saying if you want to see the top maybe 30, the top 50, or even the bottom 20, the bottom 50, this is where you come. I hope that one is clear. Let me select the top. So I want to see the top 10. Then category, I want to see this is by category. Yeah, sure, I've selected by category, but now by category I think it should be city, if I'm not wrong. Because I want to see the top 10 cities. So that one is okay.
Yes.
And then we click apply. And then we click OK in terms of sales. So hope you're able to see now the top 10 cities. So it's just giving me few of them. Yeah, just giving me the few. Just give me how many. They give me four. I don't know why they are not giving me more than expected. Sorry for that. So maybe I can edit the filter again. I select maybe top 20. So in this case, just select the top 20 and then I click OK. It's just to edit and then I click OK. Apply and then I click OK. I think there is an issue. My Tableau is not detecting this very fast.
Yeah.
I think it's not detecting because when I select that, I should be seeing all those. I should be seeing all those figures. So maybe what I can do, let me just undo this one for the filters. I see what I can filter with. So I want to pull this one up. Sorry, this one up to that point. So let me see if I can filter using the cells. I filter using the cells, show filter for cells. Then not sum, should be average. And then, oh, it's giving me something like this. So in this case, what I can do in this case,
Okay.
I can use the bar, maybe the bar to, because I can see in terms of average, the highest is 2000. So for example, if I reduce it to, maybe I say the top from 2000 to 2354, I just take it to 2000 and then it will be able to show me, maybe even I can say from 1800. I can type. You can also type. It's not a must. You can type. Yep, 1800 to this one. So I'll see the where we have cities where we have sales of more than 1800 to 235400. So I just click OK and I try to see. So we don't have something like that. So we didn't make, and why do we have those figures? So that is my question. So let me see if we take edit the filter. What if we take, I think it is because I am using, I just selected the average. This is because,
Ah.
yeah, I think let me see if I select something else here, if it will be able to show me. If it will be able to show me this figure. Yeah, I think they are just few because in this case when I select something says average of 280, we can just see New York. So I think just few numbers where we are making more sales. So I can just leave it to the original values. I just leave it to original values. So apart from that, maybe we can add data labels to these figures. So I want to remove this filter. I don't want to include it. Yeah, maybe what I can do, I can add data values in terms of average. So data values, what will be important maybe is to drag the cells to how we have the labels, because they help you remember what we did yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not, I don't know what is happening, because I'm trying to do this and sometimes, oh, it just misbehaving. So
Mm,
we have some data values which are added, and these are labels in terms of average. Yeah, labels in terms of average. You have it something like that, and maybe even labels in terms of city, because we also want to detect which city is that. But now, because of city names, because they are a bit bigger, it will hide others. So that's why sometimes you just avoid using maybe the labels for city. You just add labels for number, and then if you want to see, for example, the performance of a certain city, you can just hover aloud. For example, you see St. Peter's average sales 692. If you want to see the sales for this one, Minnesota average 48. But now the problem is you cannot detect them very fast. It's hard for you to detect them very fast. So maybe apart from that, we can maybe we can change the appearance of this map, because it does not appear very well. So what you can do, we can go to the map at the top. We have the map at the top. Click on the map. Then you have some options: geographic map light, normal, dark, streets, outdoor, citrate, offline, and none. So you have these options to select all these. You try to see what will be the appearance. For example, I'll go to the normal now, because the default one was right. So that is the normal. I go to map again, map, background maps. I go to dark one. Just try, and then you try to see which you'll be using. You go to map again, background map, streets. That is for street. It all depends with you, with what you'll decide to use. For this one, map, outdoors and street, I think they're almost the same. Just few things that changes. Yeah, they're almost the same. And the other one is satellite. If you want to see a satellite map, something like that. So offline and none. So in this case, maybe I can select the street ones. The street one. It all depends with you, like what will make you happy and what you feel like it will be easier for you to detect. But in this case, I didn't like this data. I using it in terms of geographic distribution. So I try to find out a new data with more of geographic information, where we can try to do spatial analysis using Tableau. I think that is something that I'll try to figure out, and we do a project next week. We do a project on that. So let me note that down. Yeah, I try to figure out where I can get geographic data for a project. Yeah, because I think that is another area where we can explore so many things. So if apart from that, we can give it a title. I didn't like how the appearance was. So, but in this case, we can just say geographic. It was geographic distribution of folders. If I'm not wrong, geographic distribution of folders. I know now you are familiar with this. That's why I'm just moving very fast, because I know these are just the normal things that you're reading about the formatting. So something else maybe we can do, because we saw this one, like it was not working for us. What we can do, we can hide this card, and also we hide this one. We try to add filters. The filter that will add will be for city, so that you can select the city that you want to see. So in this case, I go to city, I say show filters, yeah, something like this, and then I come here, how what we did yesterday, I go to see value drop down, something like that. So in this case, for example, let me select all. So for example, if I want to see the performance of California, how we are doing in California, because in this case, if you are working with this company, you'll have mastered the area you supply your goods. So in this case, for example, your manager will be asking you, let us see how we are performing in Chicago, for example. So and then you go to Chicago, you just select Chicago. So Chicago, you are able to see like the Chicago, the average total sales that we are making is 154. I hope that one is clear, Hussein. For example,
Yes.
if you want to go to another city, for example, if you're working with a company, you'll be able to know like, we are also supplying our good to Las Vegas. So let us see how we are doing our sales in that city. So in this city, you see, I think the main issue with this data, the Tableau didn't detect others, because you see now Las Vegas is empty. So I don't
Mm.
understand what might be the issue with the data. Maybe if I can try redoing it again. Maybe if I try to redoing it, because you see, order, I think there is some issue, because it should be showing me. Yeah, but we have others which are showing off, which is okay. Maybe in those cities the business is not
Mm.
operating. Los Hills, maybe we want Somerville, yeah, Somerville, we don't operate there. So that's why I was saying like the one that we saw, we had 353 empty. I think that was the main issue. So it's something
Mm.
that I should uh, I should check on that, and I try to collect. So let me collect all. Let me collect all. Yeah. So, but this was just a good beginner to show you how you can deal with spatial analysis. So even if, like for example, you have a Kenyan data, then you want to see how your company, like the organization you are working with, the distribution of that organization in terms of counties, you will be able to see it. Just if we have latitude and longitude data. Like also, if you want to perform analysis, like I think something like sensors, Kenyan sensors, you just need the Kenyan data with latitude and longitude for those, like for counties, and yeah, just for counties, yeah, counties will be enough, and then the data for other, and then you'll be able to create this visualization. It is very easy. So maybe what I can do, I can try to check or to look for the data that we can use it for a Kenyan market. So I think that one will be okay, Hussein.
Yeah, that's okay.
Or you have a data with something like that, a data with spatial, because I think spatial is another big thing when it comes to data analytics. If you specialize in spatial analytics, you'll be just marketable. Yeah,
I'll also check whether I can get some data with geographical regions.
yeah, something like that. I think if you find it, it will be good for us to check on that next week. So I think we'll just do this for today, because I think the data
Mm.
is just. I think I have some issue with the data. I try to see if I try to I think I can try to import again the data, and I try to see where the issue is coming from, because I think there might be an issue with connection. Maybe I didn't extract the data well. I think there is an issue with the connection, and then I try to
Mm.
see if I'll be able to see other things. So tomorrow we can do another one shot. I think then those will be almost four shots. It will be nice for us to proceed to something different. So tomorrow I will show you how to create another different shot, so that we see next tomorrow is Thursday, then Friday we create a dashboard. Friday will be creating a dashboard. We combine them into dashboard. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow we just create another one shot or two. So tomorrow hopes the network will be good, so that I can join by 6, so that we can manage. We see if we'll manage to create two shots, and then Friday we create a dashboard and a story if time will allow us.
Great.
Okay, so I think I can save this
Okay.
one. Just need to save this one.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it is saved. So Now I can, yeah, I can close by.